That's going to change the whole landscape of the NFL for quarterbacks at least. You got quarterbacks out here fighting to at least get a contract after playing their 4-year rookie contract. They're going to have to sign a franchise tag contract. But you got another one who just signed 10 years, $500 million. It's crazy. Like, to me, that landscape, personally, do I think it's a good contract? No. Do I think Patrick Mahomes is going to live out 10 years under Kansas City? Most likely not. But just the fact that he's able to commit to one franchise, one coach, one organization, and now they're talking dynasty, I respect it, but I don't think it's going to be this new thing where a bunch of quarterbacks are signing their whole free agency lives away, right? Because 10 years, you could sign at least 2 major contracts off of that, right?
But I feel like he basically fucked up the game for the rest of the quarterbacks because the man just won, right?
Yeah,
and he has literally been playing for 3 seasons, and he's already accomplished what he's done. Like, you know, he took Brady that rookie season. It was like they lost by 3. It was a tough game, you know. Then he came back. He won a championship. The first year he was doing red shirts, so that's why I said 3 seasons.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So basically, this guy basically fucks up the game for quarterbacks that feel that they should be paid like a certain amount of money because be like, what have you done for us lately? They're gonna look at Patrick Mahomes and be like, look at this kid. He came in the league MVP, Super Bowl MVP now within 3 seasons.
Yeah.
What have you done? Have you won a playoff game? They're gonna fuck up contractually. They're gonna basically make them see that, okay, you gotta prove yourself because we're putting him as the gold standard.
Right.
Before it was Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, at one point he was the best quarterback. Now he's taking Aaron Rodgers' role. So now all quarterbacks will be like, yo, your numbers gotta be like this. Are you mobile? You know what I mean? Like, most of these quarterbacks are pocket passers.
Yeah.
Are they going to have better stats than him? I doubt it. Well, I do agree with you in the sense that for his contract, is he going to see the fruit? No. Because for me, NFL stands not for long. You know what I mean? Man's be getting injured at any time, and it's foul. That's why the money's not guaranteed.
Absolutely.
They know if we pay you fully guaranteed, they're screwing themselves over. Because you can get an injury quick things. Look at Cam Newton. 5 years ago, Super Bowl MVP. Now he's getting disrespected with his contract.
Absolutely.
So hopefully that does not happen to the man. But like I said, it's going to mess up players in negotiating now because this guy's the gold standard now. So it's like...
Well, I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
You guys think another contract like this is coming?
No.
Because I'll tell you what, first of all, this is what they did.
Yeah.
They backloaded the contract, meaning that the first few years of that contract, he's barely touching any of that contract money. Most of that most of that contract money is coming towards the end of the contract, which I don't even think is a smart move. I don't know why he agreed to that.
Yes.
But clearly he has faith in himself.
And the organization.
And the team. Yeah, exactly.
To
He
keep
really
the
has
players
faith.
around.
The smart thing is this. By doing such a team-friendly contract, you're making sure you have weapons around you. You're making sure you have a strong O-line around you. You're making sure your receivers, your running back, your defense is covered.
Yeah.
So who's the big winner?
Kansas City.
By far.
100%.
Yeah, they won on that
Kansas City, I'm sorry.
They bought Moet Champagne on that one.
Like,
let's go. Let's get it.
I don't think he's going to throw for another 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, 12 interception season.
Every year, no.
He's not going to do that again.
No.
But can you put your money on the fact that Kansas City will be in the playoff hunt?
They'll be contending.
They'll be out here representing most likely the AFC unless Lamar Jackson shows his growth and development and he stunts on Patrick Mahomes.
That was sad.
So,
Derrick Henry? Yeah.
Oh my God.
now, do you guys think that... Yeah, man's just won Super Bowl and everything. He's proud at the top of his game.
Yeah, right now.
Do you guys think this is like... That was the best Patrick Mahomes we've seen, or does this contract put a chip?
No. Oh, definitely puts a chip, and that's why he's working out
right
there
now,
to show that he.
Patrick Mahomes can do 2 things. He can become the Michael Jordan of the NFL.
That's still disrespectful.
He can become the Michael Jordan. Right now, he's 1-0.
Why?
Because he has won one Super Bowl ring. He hasn't lost one yet.
That's
So
why.
he's
Now
1-0.
do a three-peat.
Now, secondly, this is what you don't see is this. He can go ahead and take over the face of the league as that quarterback over Tom Brady.
It's already been done.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yes.
Yes, it has. But Tom has 6.
That's nice, but Tom is not the face. Tom hasn't been the face.
That's the best. But Tom is known right now as the best quarterback of all time.
For sure.
Patrick Mahomes.
Facts.
Patrick Mahomes can go ahead and take that throne from Tom Brady when his career is done. He's 24 years old.
That's true. Like I said, they better capitalize right now.
Andy Reid, Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes, that combination right now, it can't be beat. The only team I can see that right now will cause some kind of an issue, like I said, is my Baltimore Ravens. You already know how that goes. Listen, to me, it's one of those three-way ties between Tom Brady, Cam Newton, and Aaron Rodgers. And I could tell you why each way. So you got, first of all, I'm going to go with Cam Newton because his contract is crazy. He's making $500,000 guaranteed. Former MVP. 2 years ago. That's crazy.
How old is he?
5 years ago, man.
2015 was it?
Yeah.
2015. So, I mean, time probably goes by fast, but it doesn't matter. How do you go from being a one-time MVP, taking a franchise to the Super Bowl, to getting released or traded or released, and then signing a contract worth $1 million point something and change, potentially $7 million with bonuses, but only $500,000 guaranteed? To me, that's crazy. So he definitely has something to prove. He wants to show that he's healthy. He wants to show that he could go ahead and run a franchise. Now, the second one I said was Tom Brady, and you already know Tom Brady has 6 championships where he has none without Bill Belichick, right? So you go into Tampa Bay with Bruce Arians.
Yeah,
he's a quarterback guru, right?
Yeah,
you bring back Grunt from retirement. If you win that championship, then you are the best. The greatest
of all time.
Of all time.
He already
is, but you're just taking it to a new level because you left that one, headmaster that they kept on saying that he was, the one with a system behind it. You left that system and you still won.
Yeah.
So that's my number 2. And number 3 is Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers, if you think about it, has underachieved in his career.
Wow.
He has 1 Super Bowl win. Okay. That was in 2011. That's a long time ago.
Sure.
And then your team.
But have you seen the team that he has?
Well, let me show you.
Who are his receivers?
If you're that guy, if you're that quarterback, if you're that franchise quarterback, and the team believes in you, they go ahead and they add more pieces, right? They add a receiver, they got a running back. Yeah. They don't go draft another quarterback to replace you as the quarterback of the future.
100%.
That makes no sense. He has I'm thinking maybe 3-4 years left in his prime. And instead of adding more pieces and giving him one last contending chance at a title, you go ahead and you say, you know what? We're going to draft a quarterback. We're going to groom him the same way that we did you with Brett Favre. And we know how that ended. So to me, he needs to go out and show them, hey, you know what? Don't give me pieces. I'll still ball out. I'm still Aaron Rodgers.
Can I talk about
this? A piece of your mind.
I just want to talk about. I agree with you, Tom Brady. Like that's cool, but to me, not really, because in a sense, he's already 6 rings. He's done his thing. Whatever he's doing right now is just to prove that he doesn't need Bill Belichick. He just wants to show he can win. So if he wins, that's good. Cam Newton, I definitely agree with you on the fact that he got disrespected with that contract. Like, there's a man named Ryan Tannehill who threw 80 yards to get a contract, where we're basically a running back, took him to the playoffs and won some shit. So it's like, wow, alright, cool, good for him. But me, I would say the guy who actually needs to prove himself is Lamar Jackson. Because I'm sorry, the way this, fuck that. We're talking about when he was in his rookie season. He was doing that whole running shit everyone's talking about. You saw he lost to the Chargers. He lost to Phillip Rivers. I'm sorry, Phillip Rivers is like a broke man version.
As a rookie,
no, doesn't matter. He's a broke man version of Eli Manning. Okay, you can't lose to this man.
Come on.
Then next year, MVP. What happened? Tennessee Titans got disrespected by that quarterback I just mentioned. It's like, so like for me, it's like, you can't give all this hype saying Lamar Jackson's the next Michael Vick, all this shit. Nah, man, you better come back like Patrick Mahomes and do something, because the way that they hyped him.
Question for both of y'all.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you guys both said we got Brady, Lamar Jackson, Cam Newton. Okay, so this is the question I have for both of y'all. Okay, what does Cam Newton have to do to live up, or to basically live up to the expectations, or to get back to that sort of paycheck that he wants? What does Tom Brady have to do to what's the pressure that's on Tom Brady, and what's the pressure that's on Lamar Jackson?
You gotta at least get to an AFC Championship game. 100%.
Oh, that's crazy. That's it.
What? Yeah, because you're not winning the Super Bowl this year. That's kind of because you haven't done anything in the last 2 years.
I'll tell you what. To me, Cam Newton just needs to have one full season healthy, And if you can end up with 12-4 as a record and you make the playoffs, 12-4
in that division, come on.
To me, if you make 12-4 and you enter the playoffs, Kevin, that's a success story.
You know
you're gonna get a big contract off of that.
You know who's in that division?
I guarantee it. I'm just saying, yeah. You have Buffalo.
What did the Jets do right now?
Buffalo made the playoffs.
What did the Jets do right now?
But you have Buffalo, right?
That's the only thing they gotta worry about. That's it.
Right now, I'm saying if Cam Newton can end up with 14-6, actually 12-4, he's okay.
They don't even need that to get into the playoffs. That's what I'm telling you. No, that's a great record.
That's a great. I mean, 10-6 might get you in.
Yeah, for sure.
Tom Brady needs to win the Super Bowl. If he wins the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, he'll be the first quarterback to host a Super Bowl in your city and win that Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And you're going to be doing that after leaving a 20-year marriage, which is with the Belichick whole Patriots organization, the whole Kraft era. Yeah. That will be done. Mm-hmm. You move, you bring Gronk back, you go ahead and you beat that 30-30 record that Jameis has, that Winston had, and then you made the Super Bowl. Man, you did crazy. Mm-hmm. And for Lamar Jackson, you go ahead and you get a playoff win. Because that's what you don't get. Man, that's what you don't get. He's a second-year NFL quarterback,
He's already an MVP, man.
Come on, bro.
He already lived up to this.
So what hasn't he done? He hasn't done any success. He hasn't won in the playoffs. So if you win in the playoffs, guess what? You check that too.
No, man.
What do you mean, man? Man, you hear me. Hey, you know what? Keep checking in the straight facts. Holla at me for your football knowledge. I got you. Can't believe that. I got you.
I feel like, for example, it's good. It's gonna have like symbolic meaning, but you gotta do more than just have like a message on your jersey, because at the end of the day, you're there to play basketball. So it's gonna be a certain point in time they're gonna ask you to talk about the game, and then you're gonna have to put that on the sidetrack. You know, a good example of doing action with your words is like LeBron James. Recently, I heard that his voting rights group is going to pay the fees for ex-cons and felons in Florida, so they have a chance to vote, you know? So I feel like, for example, you're helping people who have been silenced, who basically work and they pay taxes, but are not able to even voice their opinion on making change, how we can change the social change of what's being represented, right? Because America right now is fucked up. And I mean, you basically have a lot of divide, and you have a lot of people saying BLM this, BLM that. That's cool, but it's more than just saying a message. You got to actually put in the work. And that's just a small example. It could all be within the community, just basically uniting people, giving them education about financial literacy, basically putting them in an opportunity that they can do more than just chase the little dreams that you see on social media. You know, like you can be anything, you know, but it starts with basically working in the communities and doing something, you know. It's nice that the NBA wants to promote it, but at a certain point in time, we're going to get back to the business of basketball. So what y'all think on that?
Personally, I think it's a good initiative to go ahead and at least spark the conversation. Because these NBA players, off the court, they're human beings just like you and I. They face social injustice just like we do. So it could have easily been any one of them being victim to that social injustice, to police brutality, to all kinds of just negative things going on in America right now. And it's a good time right now to go ahead and put a light on it. With all the events that took place right now, I feel like that voice needs to be heard. And it's a great way to go ahead, and even if we are watching basketball and we are distracted from, you know, the ugly sides of what's happening in America right now, at least that message while you're watching the game is still in your face. At least the reporters can actually speak about the fact, and you could kind of bring a light to it once again. I actually was watching the summer scrimmages happening lately, and right before they actually went ahead and answered the questions, they're asking for justice for Breonna Taylor, right? So right now they're just showing you that, hey, even though we are playing basketball and we are entertaining you for the next couple hours, we ain't forget. We still stuck on the issue at hand, and we want to see a change happen. So to me, if that message is going to be on that jersey and that message is going to lead to a change, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
100%.
Me, I personally think also, because as you were saying, these NBA players, they are, especially in terms of black men in America, they're really, and the NBA has been that. It's been a source of consistent wealth for black men in America, you know. Now I think we have to look at every player who's wearing that jersey, and you guys are millionaires, all of you. I think we have to look at every player and hold them accountable and say, what are you going to do other than just wear that jersey?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because as my main man Kawhi said,
you have to put in the work.
Exactly. You put in the work.
Exactly.
It's not just about the jersey. But I do think, as you both said, actually, it's a good way. Like, that's why I was for the NBA restart.
Yeah.
You know, because these guys, they have the platform. Everybody's gonna be watching them when they say when they're doing their interviews, as they're doing right now. They mention Breonna Taylor. You know, they have the platform to do it. So it's a great way to get, as you said, the conversation going.
Yeah, but they could also even do another thing. They could just say, forget the season till we get something.
We need the season.
They would never do it.
We need the season.
But I'm just saying, like,
because ain't nobody watching them in those cases.
It takes a united front to do something that's beyond and above,
But right now, like, just because J.R. Smith is there, he has more of a voice than a Kyrie Irving.
Okay, you think so?
Yes. Yeah.
Because he's right now.
Because he's there, everybody's gonna be watching him.
Right, exactly. I agree. So to me, like I said, I appreciate it. I think the NBA has been that leading force in any kind of massive movement.
I have a question to ask you.
Yeah, go ahead.
The whole kneeling thing, I understand where it originated from. Yeah. And I've been seeing it with baseball now that's restarted. Like, they have some solidarity and all that, and I'm sure NFL will do that, but it's like, what is that, like, to me personally, what is that change? Because it's still, for me, I understand what the symbolicness of it, but it's like, it's not going to change the fact that this guy who's walking in the neighborhood at this time, and if he has a hoodie, he's like, shit, I might get shot tonight. Or if I see 5-0, what do I do? Put out my hands. Like, there's still fear, and it's not going to change anything. It's like, I understand what they're trying to do.
The reason why I'm all for it is this. Yeah. If you are using that moment to shed a light to something that you think is not right within a country that you live in and that you represent and that you are proud to call your home country, then it is also your right to go ahead and say, hey, I want to bring a light to this, or I want to raise attention to that, so that you can see positive change, right? I think the whole kneeling got misconstrued with the disrespect towards the flag, but I think since people have realized it was never meant to be an insult or a disrespect, it's on the flip side of it, it's us trying to let you know, hey, in this so-called country that you love, that so-called country that you're fighting for, you're bleeding and dying for, some things are happening that I don't think you would want to be happening. I don't think this is what you're fighting for. So that's why I always feel like, you know what, man, go ahead and do what you're doing. Go ahead with your message because it needs to be heard. As long as it goes ahead and it brings a positive change.
But I still feel like you said, it's good, but that needs to be more than just that.
It will,
because
it will.
To me, it's an image, but it's not like
if the general public can approach it with a positive lens, and they could use that to kind of just ponder and think. Hey, how can we make it better? I promise you, maybe not tomorrow or next year, 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, you will see a positive change. But it needs to be in everybody's approach and intention and in their hearts. It can't just be you saying BLM or you putting your praisers up signs and then going about the same bullshit. You have to be able to take that stance and actually put your word behind it and put your actions behind 100%. Your words. You feel me?
And it's not it's not a social criticism thing to be like you're doing it to build your brand. You actually have to believe in what you say. You have to realize that even the white players, I respect them because they feel, for example, these are their teammates. They're not racist. These people understand what it is. They just want to play a game that unites people from all races and just have fun and make it simple. But they feel like, yo, that's crazy that when we're in the community, some of these players or these community people that you see, they're afraid that they might not even be here tomorrow. This is like the last time they're gonna have joy.
That's a real emotion. That's a real feel, man. I believe that.
Hopefully this does something, but like I said, you gotta put the action. I feel.
I mean, I feel like T.I., like when you put Lil Wayne, you put Jay-Z, you put Nas, you put them in that higher elite echelon. And then there's that level right below, right beneath it. And I feel like that's where T.I. belongs. He don't belong in that same category. He doesn't have a catalog like Jay-Z. He doesn't have a catalog like Lil Wayne. Even like a Snoop Dogg. He doesn't even add up to a Snoop, to be quite honest with you. So, obviously, you know, he's capping, but that's the nature of hip-hop. Hip-hop is real competitive, right? You're never going to say that you're an average artist. You're going to say you're a great artist. So I respect him. He has a lot of great projects. You know what I mean? But overall, I just don't see him in the same light as Lil Wayne and as Jay-Z, to be quite honest with you.
What about Kanye West?
I mean, listen, a lot of people put Kanye on that platform. Kanye is a hip-hop legend. I ain't going to lie, man. T.I.'s he's a legend too. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, but he's not at the same level as Jay-Z.
But when you talk about Atlanta, he's definitely in the picture, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the greats. He held Atlanta down. I mean, he called himself the king of the South. Yeah, he went to a little flip. Yeah, he beat him up. He beat up Lil Flip and took away his whole career.
For this guy to get into that argument, you gotta not only like, as you said, his catalog isn't comparable to those guys. Yeah, but not only think about the artists that those guys made come up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lil Wayne's got Drake. Yeah, that's true. Minaj. You know,
I'll give you that.
Jay-Z's got the Rihannas. Yeah. You know, all these guys made other people come up. I mean, T.I.'s done it, but not like they have. Nah. So even their legacy is bigger than his, you know?
Mm-hmm. I'll give you that for sure. What do you think, Lou?
I feel like T.I.'s there, but not in the same level as Jay-Z. Jay-Z's on his own level. Like, you put him separate. He's not in the same category. But I feel like T.I. with Lil Wayne, maybe not the popularity, but in terms of the catalog, they got music. It doesn't mean that it's better, but I feel that T.I., he's in the same conversation as like a level 2, like you mentioned, right? But like in tops of Jay-Z, nah, he's not there because he's still at it right now, and I feel like as a rapper, like he's still got more to prove.
If we just take a look at the projects, you have King.
You have to forget I'm serious. Urban Legend. Urban Legend was a hit, man.
So you have King, you have Urban Legend, you have T.I. versus T.I.P. Trap music
was there. Yeah, I mean.
And then what else? What else did you see that T.I. really put a stamp on you? Like, oh man, he's holding the hip hop.
Well, that was the time when he went to jail, right? When he was blowing up at that time when he did the track with Rihanna and all that shit. He was getting that notoriety. And then they did Swagger Like Us.
Yeah, 24. So I think that's what he has some anthems. Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying he doesn't compare to. Little Wayne Carter 3 went platinum in a day or in a week, something like that, in less than a week.
But he's not that far from it. Like, obviously, like.
So then you agree with me, then he's like, why that one?
That's what I said, yeah. That's what I said. I said he's not in the level 1 of Jay-Z. He's in a level 2, you know? Yeah.
Below it.
I definitely see that. Because at the end of the day, he represents Atlanta. He's still doing tracks with the young thugs and shit like that, you know what I mean? But,
let me ask you something real quick. You think that he can take 50 Cent to the top, the way that he been talking?
I think 50 doesn't want that smoke because 50 after 2007, what was his music like?
But what was T.I.'s music?
He still had tracks. Yeah, what about If It Ain't About the Money? You forgot about the motherfucker? Come on. Peanut Butter Jelly, you know what I mean? He was there. Like, he still stays relevant with the youngers. 50, like, besides Pop Smoke Project, like, and also he does his little executive shit. Yeah. That's what's keeping him bumping, right? He's a TV promotion guy.
I got a question for y'all. So as you said, T.I. is still active right now.
He got expeditiously and all that shit.
What can he do to get him to that echelon?
Oh, he needs to holler at Drake and make a track. No, real shit. Do a track with Drake, and then they're gonna give you the fucking right.
I think T.I. needs more than just one song though. He needs a whole project.
Nah, just the one track.
He needs a whole album. He needs a whole. Like, show us. If you're out here talking like you're one of the greats, show us. Because Lil Wayne dropped the Carter 5. And that Carter 5 was a solid project. Like, Lil Wayne showed you that, you know what?
Solid in what sense? Like it's classic?
It's not a classic, but if you take a look at somebody who's been in hip-hop for over a decade, over 15 years, he kind of went down in the shadows. And then he came back and said, no, actually, I was never down. Boom, here's a solid project. Okay. I would need to see T.I. go ahead and release a solid album in either 2020, 2021, whatever it is, and show us that even in the golden ages of hip-hop, for you, your older ages, you can still drop some relevant music.
But check, the track that he did with Yo Gotti, Rafe, that wasn't a hit?
That's one track.
But I'm just saying he's still relevant in the sense
Yo Gotti can make you make a hit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man.
I remember his big hit goes down to DM. Who did he need to make that shit happen?
Alright, come on, man.
I got another question for y'all.
Yeah.
I got another question.
Yeah.
If in the next, like, say 5 years,
Yeah.
T.I. comes up and he makes a real mega star bubble up. Like, we're talking Drake level, Rihanna level type
what
of
did he
star.
have? He had that girl,
He got Iggy.
Australia, Iggy, exactly.
He still has Travis Scott.
Oh, come on. Shit, there you go. Like, shit.
But are we going to put Travis Scott at the level of Drake and
No.
Rihanna?
But we're talking about putting people on, right?
But
he's coming. He's coming.
I mean, you respect Travis Scott. Don't
Is he
get
on the
it
same?
twisted.
Is he better than Wiz Khalifa?
Travis Scott's kind
Yeah, he's past him. I think he's caught up to Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Wiz was that guy at that
I'll
time,
agree
you know.
with that.
And he did it in a shorter frame time, right? Shorter time frame. I mean, yeah.
To me, all I'm trying to say is this. If you take a look at the hip-hop greats, the legends, there's different echelons
There's
of this
different
shit.
eras, man. Yeah.
There's different stages of this shit. And T.I. is one notch below Jay-Z and Lil Wayne.
That's fine. But he's there with Kanye. That's what you're trying to say.
Alright.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying he's in between, you know. So it's like, yeah.
For Reg, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Currency TV, and follow them on IG, Currency ENT. And I'm not a Raptors fan, so I don't know why this is here.